Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luton Airport, where we're joined by two other easyJet planes and an Air Canada. I think he must have got lost somewhere. We are departing out for a short trip back up to Scotland. We obviously came down from Edinburgh. We're now heading back up to the Highlands, back up to Scotland. We are off to Aberdeen. So we'll get a flight underway momentarily. Lunchtime departure from here in Luton. Flight time is in the region of, hold on, let's just shove that back there, just over an hour and a bit, I think, hour and a half flight time, something along those lines. So let's get the battery on. AP master switch, AP start. So we'll be cruising today at an altitude of 36,000 feet. There we go. For our departure out of London Luton. That's switched on ready as well. Departing runway 25 departure. Okay, we have our systems coming online. Let's get those brightened up a bit. Systems online. Ground spoilers, probe window heat, AP bleed on. Get the adairs aligned. Emergency lights armed, strobe lights, auto, basic and program the FMC up. So we're here in Luton, so it's EGGW, and we are heading up to EGPD. EGPD. There we go. Get that aligned. Good. Cost index 7. Cruising altitude, I think we said it was 360. 360. There we go. 0 fuel weight. 1.5 up. 6.3 on the block fuel. Go performance 1 up 1.5. Flex to temperature 40. Get the flight plan. So we're departing out runway 25 departure on the only only to be departure. Insert. Which means from Olney we are T420. Tango 420. Up to TNT. TNT UN 57. UN 57. Takes us to pole, and then from pole at UN 601 to TLA Tango Lima Alpha direct to Rice. Which is obviously going to be the 284 mile away one. And from Grice, it's P600 to ADN. There we go. Insert. And our arrival. ILS 16, I believe. Let's double check that on the charts. Yeah, ILS 16. There we go. Insert. Come back to performance page because we can put our V speeds in now. There we go. Come back to flight plan page. Alrighty, so we got that all set up. Now we've got ATC TCAS. See that all plugged in. There we go. So whether it is what it is, aligned, do is there. Seatbelts, no smoking, beacon light. Can all come on. Just call the truck. Fuel pumps all on. And we're momentarily ready to begin pushback here in Luton for our departure to Aberdeen. Just give it a moment to get all hooked up. Right, so if I can break off, back we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall be departing out from London Luton momentarily. In preparation for departure, please ensure your seatbelts are fastened, tray tables are stowed, armrests down, seats are upright position. Our flight time today to Aberdeen is in the region of 1 hour and 6 minutes. We'll be cruising down at an altitude of 36,000 feet. Be able to bring you some more details further on into the flight. Up here with me today on the flight deck is nobody, it's just me, so you know, wish me luck. I've got this, I know what I'm doing, I've done this before. People lead off. Imagine if announcements are really like that. Spoilers armed. Wood rate set max. Flaps. AP master switch. Oh, I already turned that off. So, no, I didn't. The other one I turned off. Anti-ice systems. Always put those on. Just. I know they have their times and places when you're supposed to use them, but I just. Don't really adhere to that. Like I say, we're professional on here. Nothing but the highest level of professionalism on this channel, as those of you who are regulars to this will have come to realise by now. Brilliant. Okay, takeoff config is normal. Right, let's get ourselves on our merry way to Aberdeen then, shall we? Luton Airport. You know things are bad in terms of the pandemic when you even miss Luton Airport. Actually, to be fair to it, it has improved tremendously from what it once was. Not bad a little airport, really. Some of the staff could be a bit better, but I guess you could say that for most places, really, couldn't you? Good, how lumpy that runway is on the end there. I've noticed that before. I need to get flatten it out a little bit. That's way lumpier than it should be. Pretty sure it's not quite that lumpy in real life. I mean, runways certainly aren't flat by any means, but I don't think they're quite as lumpy. Still not like that crater I went into at Schiphol on my way to 36 left, going down to Singapore. Have a look at that, and I taxi out for departure, and a taxiway just before I reach 36 left we must go over a sort of little canal or something, because it just suddenly dips down. I was impressed I managed to get up out the other side, actually. It's quite entertaining. Go give that a look if you haven't already seen anything of that flight down to Singapore. Okay, let's turn it around, hopefully not go off the edge of the... Oh, you idiot. There we go, spin ourselves around. Lovely stuff. Awesome. All set for departure. Right, what do we need? To be on the centre line would be nice. Okay, so packs off for departure. We'll put our landing lights on. Everything else up here is all gravy. Laps time. Okay, let's begin the takeoff roll then, shall we? Manflex 40 SRS. Speed is positive. 80 knots. Quite light, so we should get up to speed quite readily. There a good deal of runway to spare. There we go. And there we are. Rotate. Positive rate gear up. Whack on the autopilot. Bring the packs back online. And enjoy the climb out from Luton. The town, or is it a city now? No, I think it's still a town. Town of Luton off to our right there. The football club's still called Town anyway, so I guess it's a town.
2,500.
What? Just saying that when we're climbing. It's ridiculous. We'll go flaps up in a minute. Just passed over it. Was that the M1, I think it is? Yeah, because the other side's the A1M, so that must be the M1. I think something like that anyway. There we go, flaps are up. Go standard QNH. Right, we'll skip to the window view. Enjoy your flight, folks. We'll see you, or I will see you rather, for the landing in Aberdeen. Okay, let's begin our descent down into Aberdeen. We're going to need to descend to an altitude of 2,500 feet. Need to descend quite sharply as well because we're pretty close to Aberdeen. There we go. Right, so let's get our weather details in. See, there's a little bit of weather off to our left there, but nothing we're going to have to concern ourselves with as we begin our descent down into the Scottish city of Aberdeen. Quite synonymous with the oil industry up there, I believe. Company message. So this is Meta. Let's get the Meta in. We'll print that. Go to the performance page. Get the approach stuff details plugged in. As the printout comes out. Still a feature I really like. 1008. It's QNH. Temperature up here in Aberdeen is reasonable 16 degrees. Probably quite warm for there, I don't know. Wind 210 at 10 knots. Yeah, so a little bit of a crosswind to contend with. And 200. Alrighty. So yeah, we're a lot higher than we should be. We should be about 24,000 feet here. We're at 31,000, so obviously it's going to be quite a steep descent down into Aberdeen. As we are inbound from Luton, of course. Not quite sure what's going on with that approach bit there. We'll probably manually sort that out as we get nearer. It's quite a little bit of a cloud coverage across Scotland up here. Hopefully things will get a little bit clearer as we actually have a look at the cloud. These aren't always accurate. Doesn't really tell me a lot, really. Can't remember what NCD means now, to be honest. NCD means an emitter. Yeah. Oh, no cloud discernible apparently. Well, I can discern quite a load of cloud out there. So, weird. Ah. Just need to do. Yeah, so it sort of loops round, then goes up, and then down. So yeah, we'll just fly our own track as we get nearer there. I think it's going to be the easiest solution. Yeah, so we're still pretty much above the profile anyway. Always forget to press this button up the top here. So press it now, what happens? Not a lot. try and ease up our rate of descent, and we'll just circle round to come in and land at the airport there. So we have nearly arrived into Aberdeen. Been to Aberdeen a fair few times on sim. I can't think of the last visit before this one. So a nice place to visit, fly into, is Inverness. Did that a while ago. The early days on this channel, I think. Streamed that one, if I remember. No clouds observed, huh? Or discernible, I think, were the actual words. No clouds discernible. Yeah, right. Whatever. So we still need to drop down a few thousand feet. So there. Let's head out this way a little bit, give ourselves a little bit more time to get down and circle round for our landing into Aberdeen.
$2,500.
So we're going to engage the activate approach phase. There we go. That will start slowing us down. Or not. Get Sky Dolly recording. First flaps. Runway is not particularly long in Aberdeen. We'll vacate, not sure, probably to the right, I reckon. on the localizer. You see the coast just over there. The airport should be over there somewhere. We will come on track for landing momentarily. Here in Scotland, Aberdeen. Bound from London Luton. So, smack the approach mode on. We're in sight. There it is. Descending on the glide slope. Flaps are full, landing gear down 3 green, spoilers are armed. Now last time out, when we flew up to Malmo, wasn't the greatest of landings. We thumped it down a bit, so let's see how we get on this time. Bear in mind we don't have a long runway here. But anyway, here we are in Aberdeen. Keep an eye on that wind because it's still only said 10 knots, but even at 1,000 feet it's still pretty strong, so we may have to contend with a stronger wind than anticipated, and keeping an eye on it as it's hovering around that 24-25 mark still. Doesn't show any signs of wanting to go away, so that may make the matter more complicated, complex the matter. Just keeping an eye on that wind. Keeping an eye on everything actually. You can see we're crabbing into the wind based on our angle to the runway, so obviously as we touch down I'll have to smack the rudder the other way. Yeah, we'll worry about that as we get nearer. It's dying down a bit now, the wind. But I'll still have to be mindful of it as we touch down. 500. Okay, I have control here.
500.
Wind is dying down all the time. Perhaps a tad a little bit high.
500. 400. 100 above.
A little bit low, if anything.
Minimum.
Yeah, the wind's about 10, there we go.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Retard. 5.
Pretty good landing. I think we did well there. There's supposed to be a taxiway down the end here. It's supposed to be. I'm hoping there is. Anyway, I think that's quite a damn good landing, all things considered. Certainly better than my one into Malmo. I think we handled that one quite well, I have to say. Welcome to Aberdeen, folks. Go and park up at the gate, check out the replay. I really want to try and set this up for VATSIM at some point, although I don't have a lot of opportunity to fly on VATSIM. So, to be honest, I don't really want to get back onto it for a few days, and when my family get back, sort of not have any time to fly on VATSIM anymore. Do miss VATSIM though, it's a great network to fly on. Anyway, we have arrived, let's shut down and see what score was on everything. So, parking brakes, engines, there we go. So yeah, flight time was in the region of about an hour. He said it's just over an hour long flight. Awesome. Let's see what our official look at that. Well, you can't see it, unfortunately, but minus 89. We battered that one out. There we go. Not bad considering the wind. Right, let's have a look at our replay. Try and get ourselves forward to the correct part of the flight.
1000.
There we go. Flaps all out. Looking good. Looking nice. Oh, they were out. They've just decided to go back in. That's... why is this replay so bugged? Maybe I need to extend my flaps back out before I hit the replay thing. Perhaps that's where I'm going wrong, I don't know. But that's annoying because they were out. They'll probably suddenly magically reappear when we land. I was hoping that was fixed. Evidently not. That's really quite annoying. Can I manually extend them? I don't know. Anyway, shame about that. Let's see as we come into land. Will the flaps magically reappear? Probably. Down we come, down we come. Look at this for an awesome batter. Oh, there we are. And there we are. The flaps have magically reappeared. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable landing. We just rewind back. So this just about brings us to the end of this flight. Realise you had a choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this one. Wish you a pleasant onward browsing journey. And the flaps are going back in again. That's really annoying. Hope to welcome you back on board again in the very near future. So from here in Aberdeen, I leave you with this Oh, at least those have gone down as well. I'll leave you with this buggy replay landing of our arrival. Realise, yeah, of course, you had a choice flight, thank you for choosing this one. Once again, wish you a pleasant on a browsing journey, and yeah, hopefully see you all again soon. Oh, it's really annoying the way it does that. Anyway, welcome to Aberdeen. Oh, I forgot to do the reverse of... Oh, God, I'm really not on it tonight. At least I could have done that for you. Bloody replay thing. Anyway, farewell for now.